What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the mountain. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here on Come On Mountain. The sky is clear. It's nice and cool, but sunny.
We got the main man ready to get it going. Stretch it out, stretch it out.
Well, I got a huge load of rock coming in the morning for the project for back here, which means that I've got to get this area cleared and prepped for the future greenhouse coming here on Come On Mountain. It has been delivered. It should be there sometime this week, so we need to get it done. And while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and clean up some other areas that have started building here on the homestead from the tiny house project, starting with all of the siding that we took off. I'm going to relocate all of the siding over there by the new goat enclosure, because I will be using it all to make some shelters and also a future chicken house for the chickens, because I'm going to let the chickens free range with the goats and the pigs in the future, because I want to get that eyesore out of the view of that beautiful mountain. Plus, we're going to put the gate in the boneyard and go ahead and start putting the propane bottles up for the summer and spring, because I believe we have gotten our last frost at this point, so I shouldn't need propane in the tiny house for the near future. So we're going to go ahead and get them out, so when you pull up to the cabin, you don't see that and a bunch of gas cans. Also in this project, I would like to reroute the generator behind the cabin. That way when you come up the driveway, you don't see all of this right here. And also we're going to relocate the boat into the boneyard as well, or maybe down there to Mike and Lissa's place, because they're moving in 4 days. So that will give me an extra space to be able to start clearing out around here, but I cannot wait to get rid of this right here. This originally was my only place to be able to have storage tents and storage and boneyard and everything when I first moved here, because that's the first little area that I got cleared out. Now we got a lot more space here on the mountain, so it's time to get the yard cleaned up and get ready for spring and see if we can grow some groceries this year. Come on. All right, we got this section cleaned up. Not too bad. Here in the near future, I'll be taking the box blade and leveling all of this out. That way some nice grass can grow through there and hopefully eliminate those weeds. Where have you been? Yeah. Also picked this up from Come On HQ right here to use as a food trough. And then I got to get them some nice water things and a float system and everything out there for the pigs and goats. But I got everything moved over there close to the fence line. That way I can use all of that siding to make the chicken coop and also some shelters on the corners. But that's probably going to be all that we got time for today because the sun is about to set. It's towards the evening time. But I just wanted to go ahead and get a start on it. That way in the morning I could just hit the ground running. All right, guys, see y'all in the morning. All right, guys, it's early in the morning and it is chilly out here. We already got Uber warming up and I've already got the boat hooked to the truck over there. We're gonna go ahead and take that down to the landing and store it there out of the way. I've got a load of 3/4 inch clean rock coming this morning that I'm gonna dump right here in this area. That'll be for the greenhouse. And also I'm gonna make a parking area right here behind the tiny house. That way everything stops getting parked over there where I can grow some grass and where people don't continue to pull up here and park and mess the grass up in this area. Working my way that direction to clean all of that, but I want to get this whole area cleaned up. That way when you pull into the driveway, you don't see all of this monstrosity. So all right, so let's get the boat down there, get it unhooked out of the way. Making progress this morning, but man, it's 39 degrees this morning. It's a little chilly. All right, this is his new home for a minute until we get the shouts out of here, and then I'll park it over there on the rocks. But I don't want to put it over there yet until Mike gets this burnt and also the shouts is moved. All right, guys, just got back up the hill, got a phone call from the truck driver. The rock is here. It is coming up the driveway right now. I need to get this hose moved right here. Domino's going insane. He knows it's about to get busy. All right, guys, let's get this done. All right, we got Uber moved. We got the hose moved. I think what I'm gonna get him to do is start about right here and trailer it all the way up to about right here, and then put the bulk of it right here. That way I can scoop it and move it over there. I think that's going to be the game plan. All right, we got a game plan. We're actually going to trailer it twice for the parking area, and then whatever's left we're going to leave at the end piled up, and I'll use Uber to bring it over there for the mat that I'm putting down for the greenhouse. That's one pass. Well, the gate didn't open that time, so we're backing up and then do it again. Alright, we're going to try it again. It's going to give it a little jerk at the beginning this time. That's better. Oh, that looks serious. Now we're gonna go ahead, we got plenty of rock, so we're gonna go ahead and do a third pass here as well. Whenever we get done with this one, we'll just back up to the end right here and just dump the rest into a pile. It's a little thicker here, but I can just back drag that with my bucket and level it out.
Yeah,
it'll be perfect.
even it out there at the end.
Was a chunk there. That part's thick. I'll end up having to move this on down. Now he's going to back straight up and we're going to dump the rest of the pile right there for the pad. That's a wrap. I need to get this man a check. All right guys, now that we got the rock down, first thing I'm going to do is get everything that I need to get done with the grapple done before I take it off and put the bucket on. And the first step to that is going to be moving the generator and rerouting all the cords and stuff to the back of the cabin back there. Getting it further away than right here in the area where you pull in. Like I said, the goal is when you pull into the cabin to not see clutter, and also it'll get the noise away from the tiny house, making it a little bit more peaceful on the inside for me. Even though it is in an inverter generator and I do have soundproofing on all the walls in the tiny house, you can still hear it a little bit in the tiny house. So we're going to get rid of that hum All right, let's grab Uber and get this generator moved. All right guys, got this area cleaned up. Now I'm gonna grab the weed eater and go ahead and weed eat around here. Then we're gonna work on the back area where we just put the generator. There's some shelving and stuff down there. Whether I'm gonna throw away or try to use, we'll see how it ends up working out. Try to get these two areas clean and off the checklist. And then we're gonna move the grow out rabbit hutch back there by the rabbits and start utilizing that down there to be able to fertilize all the ground in the area out there and give the rabbits some fresh grass to be able to eat. All right, you gotta jump on the four-wheeler real quick, go get the weed eater from the boneyard. Let's get this done. All right, guys, as usual, once you get a weed eater in your hand, you just start going. So I went ahead and weed eated all the way around the tiny house and the cabin. Looks real good. I got it far enough out that I can grab my 0 turn and go ahead and cut the yard real quick. But I want you to check it out. So this is the generator area. behind it. Had to get all the power cords and stuff up off the ground so I could weed eat. I weed eated all the way around the rock, even though all of this is about to move. All the way down in front of the tiny house, all the way across the front, all the way down the rock to right there, all up in that area, around the back porch here where I set the generator, all the way around the rock here to the block, and all the way across the back. And of course up front. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and move the rabbit enclosure, clean up this area right here because it's not too bad. And that way when I get my zero turn, I can cut in this area and this area. This area right here is gonna get all messed up with the tractor when I'm leveling out and everything. So there's no point in cutting this or weed eating this right now. I still gotta fill in these holes, get these big boulders out of the way. Still got a lot to do, but we're making progress. It's looking good.